بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم أما بعد. In this lesson we're going to begin الدرس الثالث, the third lesson. We're going to read the passage, the full passage, which is a conversation between Ahmed and Ali. And as we read through the passage, we're going to translate and highlight the new concepts that the author wants to introduce in this lesson. We're not going to cover the rules in detail. We're going to leave that until next lesson, inshallah. طيب, let's begin. أحمد, كم طالبا في فصلكم يا علي؟ كم طالبا في فصلكم يا علي? How many students are in your class, O Ali? How many students are in your class, O Ali? Ali says, في فصلنا 14 طالبا. في فصلنا 14 طالبا. In our class, there are 14 students. In our class, there are 14 students. One of the rules that's going to be covered, or one of the new concepts that's going to be introduced in this lesson, is counting from the numbers 11 to 19. The numbers 11 to 19 are going to be explained in this lesson, inshallah. So the numbers in the Arabic language, they have different rules depending on what number you're referring to. So we've covered 1 and 2 in book 1. 1 and 2, they take the same ruling as نعت منعوت. بيت واحد, سيارة واحدة, and the same with 2. سيارتان اثنتان, بيتان اثنان. We also covered 3 to 10. 3 to 10, the number opposes the thing you're counting in gender. It comes as mudaf, mudaf ilayhi, and the thing you're counting comes in the jam' form, in the plural form. So you'd say ثلاثة بيوت, ثلاث سيارات, until the end. So from 11 to 19, the rules are different. And this is what we're going to learn in this lesson, inshallah. So here, في فصلنا 14 طالبا, we see that it's made up of two parts. The numbers 11 to 19, they are compounds made up of two parts. And both parts, as you can see, they end with fatha. Both parts end with fatha. That is because they are mabni. They are fixed on fatha. So even though this number here is coming as mubtada, which is supposed to be marfu', the mubtada is marfu', but here it's not taking a dhamma because these two numbers, they are mabni, they are fixed. We're going to explain this in more detail, inshallah, next lesson. So in our class, there are 14 students. 14 is our mubtada. Taliban is the thing that's being counted. So the thing that's being counted also varies depending on the number. So when we was counting from things from 3 to 10, the thing that we are counting came as plural form. ثلاث سيارات, ثلاثة بيوت. But from 11 to 19, and it goes to 99 actually, 11 to 99, the thing you're counting comes as tamiz, the same rule for kam. Remember, the kam, it's meaningless unless we bring a tamiz, a noun that comes to define what kam refers to, gives it substance, gives it meaning. How many students is what we're counting. How many kam kutub, kam kitaban, kam sayyaratan, kam, tamiz. So likewise, the thing that's being counted from 11 to 99, so it goes past 19, it goes all the way to 99. The thing that you're counting comes as singular, mufrad. It comes as nakira, indefinite, and it comes as mansub noun. So same rules. So we don't say 14 طلاب مضاف مضاف إليه. No. So the rules, they change. We're going to explain this in more detail, inshallah. So في فصلنا 14 طالبا. In our class we have 14 students. أحمد, الطلاب في فصلنا أكثر. الطلاب في فصلنا أكثر. The students in our class are more. The students in our class are more. أكثر. أكثر is also one of the new concepts that's going to be introduced in this lesson. أكثر, in Arabic we say it is ismu tafdil. It comes to show comparison, when you compare between two things, comparative degree. It's also used as the superlative degree as well. We're going to explain this in more detail, inshallah. So when you have this person is taller than this person, or this thing is bigger than this thing, how do you express that in Arabic? This is what we're going to learn. طيب, so the students in our class are more. فيه 19 طالبا. In it there are 19 students, يعني in the classroom. So their students are more in number, they're 19. This one is 14. So in it there are 19 students. And notice once again 19, because the numbers from 11 to 19, they are fixed. Both parts are fixed because it's a compound. طالبا is the thing that's being counted. Once again it's going to become nakira, mufrad, mansub. That's the rules for the thing that you're counting. If it's 11 to 99, that's the rule for the thing that you're counting. It comes as tamiz. It has to adopt those three rules. The noun has to be nakira, it has to be mufrad, and it has to be mansub. So in it there are 19 students. And once again, this is our mubtada, but it doesn't take a dhamma because it's mabni on fath on both parts. Ya Ali, O Ali, ما اسم الطالب الجديد الذي جاء أمس. يا علي, O Ali, ما اسم الطالب الجديد الذي جاء أمس. What's the name of the new student who came yesterday? أمس, yesterday. Ali says, اسمه أسامة. اسمه أسامة. His name is Usama. His name is Usama. Usama is mamnu' min as-sarf because it is a feminine proper noun. Some of you might say, how is it feminine? Usama is the name given to a male. It's a male name. How is it feminine? Well, it's feminine not in meaning, but it's feminine in pronunciation. Any proper noun that has a ta marbuta at the end, like Hamza, Muawiyah, Usama, these are all mamnu' min as-sarf. Even though they are names given to males, they are mamnu' min as-sarf because they are feminine in pronunciation. The word has a ta marbuta. Ta marbuta indicates that this word is feminine in pronunciation. So it's mamnu' min as-sarf. Ismu Usamatu. Ahmed, huwa tawilun jidda. So they're talking about the new student who came yesterday. His name is Usama. Ahmed says, huwa tawilun jidda. He is very tall. He is very tall. أليس كذلك? أليس كذلك? Is that not so? Isn't that the case? طيب, this is also something new that's going to come in this lesson. أليس كذلك is a question. But the difference between this question and the questions that we covered previously is that the questions that we covered previously, they are positive questions. There's no negation. أهذا بيت. But when the question has a negation, whether it is ma or laysa, any particle of negation, then this is a negative question. So there's two types of questions. There's a question which has no negation, so we will call it positive questions, and we have questions which have negations in them. These are negative questions. The way we answer each one is different. So here, أليس كذلك, isn't that the case? If I was to say na'am, na'am would mean yes, that's not the case. هو طويل جدا, he is very tall. Is that not the case? If I say na'am, that means no, that means he is not tall. I'm confirming the negation. I'm saying that he is not tall. Yeah, that's not the case. What you said is not the case. So the way we answer is different. It's slightly, it's the opposite. So if I was to say la, أليس كذلك, and I said la, I'm negating the negation. Negating a negation gives you affirmation. Two negations gives you affirmation. So I'm saying, yes, he is tall. He is tall. But if I was to say na'am, I'm affirming the negation. So he's not tall. We're going to explain this, inshallah. If you was to answer this, you would say bala. Bala would mean of course. Of course, as in yes, he is very tall. So Ali says, bala, huwa tawilun jidda. He is very tall. He is very tall. ولكن حامدا أطول منه. ولكن حامدا أطول منه. لكن, we covered this in lesson 1. We didn't explain it, but we mentioned that it is from the sisters of inna. Inna and its sisters, there's 6 of them in total, and one of them is lakinna. Lakinna does the same job as inna. It makes the ism mansub and the khabar marfu'. So hamidan is ismu lakinna, atwalu is khabaru lakinna. We're going to explain this inshallah in more detail, but this is also one of the new concepts, lakinna. Lakinna hamidan atwalu minhu. However, Hamid is taller than him. So one of the main concepts is the comparative degree. Atwalu, we have aktharu, comparing between two things. However, Hamid is taller than Usama. Usama is very tall, but Hamid is taller than him. إنه أطول طالب في فصلنا. Indeed, he is the tallest, the superlative degree now. Tallest. Here is taller than him. But here now, tallest student in our class. إنه أطول طالب. He is the tallest student in our class. How do we form this? Tallest and taller. And what's the difference between the two? This is one of the main concepts that's going to be explained in this lesson, which we're going to do next lesson, inshallah. وَمَنْ أَطْوَلُ طَالِبٍ فِي فَصْلِكُمْ. And who is the tallest student in your class? وَمَنْ أَطْوَلُ طَالِبٍ فِي فَصْلِكُمْ. And who is the tallest student in your class? So here we have Usama is very tall, but Hamid is taller than him. And in fact, he is the tallest student in their class, in Ali's class. But he asks, who's the tallest student in Ahmed's class? He says, أطول طالب في فصلنا إبراهيم. أطول طالب في فصلنا إبراهيم. The tallest student in our class is Ibrahim. Ali asks, أدفترك هذا يا أحمد. أدفترك هذا يا أحمد. Is this your notebook, O Ahmed? Is this your notebook, O Ahmed? إن خطك جميل جدا. إن خطك جميل جدا. Your handwriting. خط is handwriting. Your handwriting is very beautiful. إن خطك جميل جدا. خط is اسم إن وهو مضاف إليه. جميل is خبر إن مرفوع. This is not new. This was covered in lesson 1. ما شاء الله. It's used in appreciation of something. Like you say Allahumma barik or Ma sha Allah la quwwata illa billah, also to appreciate something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed someone with. Ahmed says Shukran ya Ali. Thank you, O Ali. Shukran ya Ali. خطي جميل وخطك أجمل. خطي جميل. My handwriting is beautiful. وخطك أجمل. And your handwriting is even more beautiful. Your handwriting is even more beautiful. أجمل, more beautiful. This is one of the main concepts that we're going to cover. Ali, من هذا الفتى الذي معك يا أحمد. من هذا الفتى الذي معك يا أحمد. Who is this young boy who is with you, O Ahmed? كأنه أخوك. كأنه أخوك. It is as though he is your brother. كأن is from the sisters of Inna. So he is introduced two new sisters of Inna. لكن, however, but. كأن, it is as though. So لكن is حرف استدراك. It means however, but. كأن, it comes to show resemblance. He looks like your brother. كأنه أخوك. It does the same job as Inna. Grammatically has the same function. So we have اسم كأن and خبر كأن. طيب. So these are the two new sisters of Inna that are mentioned here. Ahmed. نعم. هو أخي الشقيق. هو أخي الشقيق. That's how we should read it. نعم. هو أخي الشقيق. Yes, he is my blood brother. Shaqiq is blood brother. Same mother, same father. Perhaps he added this as shaqiq, this adjective here, to remove the misunderstanding that perhaps he's referring to al-ukhuwa ad-diniyya, brothers in faith. As we know that the Muslims, we male and female, we are all brothers. We belong to the same family in terms of faith. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةً. The believers are nothing but brothers. So perhaps he said ash-shaqiq to remove that doubt or misunderstanding. So he is al-akh fi nasab, akh in lineage. They are brothers in lineage. And if they are both Muslims, then they are also ikhwa fi din كذلك. Ali says, أأكبر منك هو أم أصغر. أأكبر منك هو أم أصغر. Is he older than you or younger? أأكبر منك هو أم أصغر. Is he older than you or younger? So Ali was asking Ahmed, who the young boy was that was with him. It looked like his brother. Ahmed confirmed that it was his brother, blood brother. So he's asking now, is he older or younger? Ahmed says, huwa asgharu minni. Huwa asgharu minni. He is younger than me. He is younger than me. Asgharu, also from the things that we're going to be learning, inshallah. Ali says, في أي مهجع أنت يا أخي. في أي مهجع أنت يا أخي. In which hostel are you, O my brother? In which hostel are you? Like dormitory or hostel, the residence where the students live. Ahmed says, أنا في المهجع الخامس. I am in the 5th dormitory. I am in the 5th dormitory. Al-Khamis. He didn't say khamsa because he's not counting here. He's not saying 5 dormitories. He's saying he's in the 5th dormitory. This is also from the concepts that's going to come in this lesson. How do you represent ordinal numbers? So we have ordinal numbers and cordial numbers. Cordial numbers is where you count 1 pen, 2 pens, 3 pens, واحد ثلاثة أربعة خمسة. And then we have ordinal numbers. These are numbers to show sequence, where they come in a sequence. So it's not counting how many hostels, but their position. So we have the first hostel, second, third, fourth. He lives in the 5th hostel. How do you express this in Arabic? This is from the things that's going to be explained in this lesson. So he lives in the 5th dormitory. وهو بعيد جدا عن المدرسة. وهو بعيد جدا عن المدرسة. And it is very far away from the school. It is very far away from the school. Remember, بعيد comes with عن. عن is a حرف جر. بعيد comes with عن. قريب comes with من. قريب من, close to. Far from comes with عن. عن is a حرف جر. Here, originally takes a sukun. عن takes a sukun. But because there's iltiqa of sakinin, meeting of 2 sukuns, عن, we can't read that, so that's why it has a kasra. We read it with a kasra. عن المدرسة. Ali now says, أنا في المهجع الثامن. I am in the 8th dormitory. Once again, خامس, ثامن, they are ordinal numbers. I am in the 8th dormitory. وهو أبعد من مهجعكم. وهو أبعد من مهجعكم. And it is further away than your dormitory, because he's in the 8th, this one's in the 5th. So it is further away than your dormitory. Ahmed, أيهما أحسن. أيهما أحسن. Which of the two, مهجع الخامس and مهجع الثامن, which of the two is better? Which of the two is better? أيهما أحسن. Ali, المهجع الخامس أحسن. المهجع الخامس أحسن. The 5th dormitory is better. فإن غرفه أوسع. فإن غرفه أوسع. فإن غرفه أوسع. For indeed, its rooms are more spacious. So he's giving reason now. So first time it's come. We're going to explain this, inshallah. So he's giving the reason why his dormitory is better, the 5th dormitory is better. From the reasons, its rooms are more spacious. وَنَوَافِذَهُ أَكْبَرُ. وَنَوَافِذَهُ أَكْبَرُ. Its windows are bigger. وَمَرَاحِيضَهُ أَنظَفُ. وَمَرَاحِيضَهُ أَنظَفُ. And its toilets are cleaner. وَالسُّرُرُ الَّتِي فِيهِ أَجْمَلُ. وَالسُّرُرُ الَّتِي فِيهِ أَجْمَلُ. And the beds which are in it, in the dormitory, are more beautiful. The beds are more beautiful. So أجمل, أوسع, أكبر, أنظف. We also came across أكثر, and we also أطول. All of these, أجمل. This is the main concept that's going to be covered in this lesson. This is one of the main concepts. The other things are secondary, but this is one of the most important concepts that's going to be covered in this lesson. So take note how they all come on the same pattern. They rhyme. أوسع, أكبر, أجمل, أنظف, أحسن, أطول. طيب. So we've read through the passage. Everything that we are going to learn is somehow mentioned in this passage. Inshallah, next lesson, بإذن ta'ala, we are going to cover these rules in more detail. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.